Welcome back. I know it's been a while. I kind of just lost motivation. I'm just going to be stuck to that point, make it really simple. Kind of lost motivation, stopped making YouTube videos, and then Kerbal Spacewalk 2 came out. Yeah, early access, and I'm doing a commentary. I'm not doing it as I'm playing, so I'll just get into the video. So I'm messing with settings right here, but listen to that. Notice how just the sound design of this game is just very appealing to me, being a musician, because you see that? Everything is chromatic. Everything goes up and down whenever you go up and down on the screen. Pitch-wise, it's chromatic. It goes up and down, in the musical tones. It's very neat. So, obviously I kind of got very uncreative with the name here. Great name, yeah. YouTube channel name. I'm thinking I'm renaming it, but I don't really know what. And then again, I have to rebrand my entire channel, intro, logo, everything. So, yeah, I created a new save file, and as you can see, that wasn't sped up. That's genuinely how fast the game loads in now. It takes around 5 minutes and 30 seconds for KSP1 with all my mods to load in, which is surprising. And that took around 15 seconds because it was sped up, but I actually have the timer here on a piece of paper. But, so we're going to go to the VAB, and today we're going to just start out with, oh yeah, Discord call, yeah, got me in the middle of my game. But, and I sped it up. Terrible editing. Anyway, so yeah, we're just going to do an orbital craft. As you'll see later in the video, it wasn't just an orbital craft. I totally had enough Delta V to go to the moon and back. Absolutely. I kind of misjudged how big my rocket could be, because I guess I made it too efficient. But, yeah, if I would have just attached landing legs to that stage right there, probably definitely would have gone to the moon and back, or MUN in KSP2, but we're making a Delta 4 heavy style rocket. It's not exactly to scale, and it's kind of like it, but I was going to go with an SRB approach, but I decided, hey, it'd probably be more efficient if I attached 2 side boosters with fuel lines going to the mid stage, so those two run out of fuel, and by the time that, if there's fuel lines connecting the 2 boosters on the side to the main central tank, there, whenever the 2 side ones run out of fuel, there's, the entire central tank is completely full of fuel, so it just helps with, saving on, Delta V and just efficiency of your rocket. And new KSP features, the camera, you can have, kind of like a 3D design kind of isometric camera. I forgot what those were called, where it's very flat planes, because it's been a while since I went to a class for digital design. That was in 8th grade and in middle school, so yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, we're just adjusting some of the RCS things, because we don't really need RCS, because I was going to have my craft have exterior RCS thrusters instead of the ones that are on the command pod, because that has pre-built RCS thrusters. I'm fixing my stages, and I'm adding the launch clamps right now. So yeah, everything's going pretty good. Looked at my engineer report, see how much it weighed, anything. So look how beautiful the game looks. It's kind of rough, but you can see where this is going and how it's going to look very nice. And also the cloud effects on the launch pad. I know it's just a animation, but and there's a countdown now. That's not something that was in KSP1. So let's just listen to the sounds of this game. It's so good. Beautiful plumes, beautiful just launch sequence, and it just takes off. We're going at I think we're gaining 5 meters per second, and yeah, we had to do a little roll maneuver there to get it in line with the inclination we're getting into orbit at. We're gonna do a equatorial orbit. One of the most efficient ways to get to orbit is to, since the Earth is already rotating, if you burn into that rotation, if it's rotating clockwise and you technically burn and then go clockwise, or in this case, to the east, I think. Or is it the west? I don't know. It's probably the east. If you just go east, the Earth is already rotating that way, so technically you don't have to waste as much fuel to get the horizontal speed to be in orbit, because it's already spinning that fast, because the Earth is spinning. As you can see, see, I'm rambling on here, because I forgot how fast I sped up the footage to keep this video relatively under 10 minutes, but I think it goes over. But you can see earlier how the atmospheric effect of the rocket plumes expanding, because as the atmosphere gets thinner, the rocket plumes become wider, because the atmospheric pressure is not pushing down on the high pressure gases coming out of the rocket nozzle. So here we have new maneuver node controls, which I'm not very fond of. It's kind of, well, it's not because it's bad, it's because it's different. And that's really it. Because so you can see we can absolutely make it to the moon with just our first stage. Like, still left is to already create a maneuver that will get us into the Mund's sphere of influence, which is like the gravity well to where your craft starts to become affected by its gravity. That's the sphere of influence. It's that little circle around the planet. But yeah, we just create a maneuver to get a very high orbit, because I mean, we had so much fuel. What's the point of just, you know, I could have gotten into a perfectly good orbit with just this configuration right here. I didn't even need the second stage technically. But I dropped something. But yeah, we're starting our circularization burn, and well, it's not technically circular. We're just getting our apoapsis to I actually don't know how high it went. I'm gonna around 10,000 kilometers high. So yeah, and we're warping to the top of our apoapsis, which is the highest point of our orbit. That's the highest we're gonna get in relative to Kerbin, which is basically the Earth in this game. That's what it's called. And we're doing the actual circularization burn right here, to where our orbit becomes more of a elliptical orbit to more of a circular orbit. Sorry if I'm talking really weird. I'm having to like come up with these old terms in my head again for all this like rocket science. You can put that in quotations. It's really simplified rocket science, none of the equations, but just the basic knowledge of it. But yeah, as you can see, we're orbiting the Earth, and look at this, like this space, like ambience, like of all the galaxies and that gas over to the left of the screen. You kind of can't see anymore, but right now we're going on EVA, which is an extravehicular activity, which is where you basically just do a spacewalk, but you're not tethered or grabbing onto things in this game. But you can walk on crafts now. That's a new feature. The little Kerbals have not rocket boots. They have magnetic boots to where they can walk on the spacecraft. It's a new feature, and I'm kind of fond of it. But with the craft I built, I guess it's too small, and like the body's too circular, because like they can't really go around curves well with their little magnet boots, so they kind of just walk off and then fall off into space. You'll see as I try to like mount onto the vehicle with the rocket boots with my RCS thrusters right here. I get it, he's on there, but then I try to walk forward on the circular surface and he just plops off. Yeah. It's kind of funny and silly. Look at the little guy. But yeah. Oh, there he goes again. Yeah, I tried multiple times. Yeah, and just look how big space looks in this game. It's really pretty. And just the planets look amazing too. Like, especially, like, well, Earth looks, or Kerbin looks amazing, but in our next video, which I'll probably be doing a moon mission, or some sort of mission, basically, with this series, I think I'm going to make it a series. I'm going to start producing more videos regularly now. Also, we're re-entering, but I'm rambling on about my future YouTube like plans. But making a series with KSP2, but I will be, every single video is going to be a progressively like harder like challenge or group that I am doing, because you know I want to make it more interesting, and basically it's going to be like a little thing for you guys, my audience, to see how like Kerbal Space Program is as a game. And you also look at how beautiful the mountains are here. You can see all like the erosion from where the water has, like the watershed has formed, and in the desert, like the plateaus and all the mountainous regions, and the clouds. Just look at it. It looks very real and also cartoony at the exact same time. I'm just very at awe with how pretty this game looks already, even though it's in early access, and very much not a game yet. It's very, yeah, it works, but there's a lot of bugs. Like, so I think we're landing into the mountains. Yeah, I timed worked a lot. But yeah, future plans for YouTube, yeah. I keep on forgetting I was talking about that. But yeah, I think I'm going to start uploading either every Wednesday or Sunday. But I'll try to have a video every week, but, you know, I'm kind of busy. That's also why I haven't uploaded a lot here recently, because band has me busy at every Saturday, basically. So, you know, Saturday's the day I kind of play my games, so I can't really capture the footage, you know, if I'm busy. But yeah, parachute deployed, and look how, like, the atmospheric effects on the parachute, see, whenever you're going fast, the parachute is very wide because it's trying to catch all that air, and all that air is like pushing it wider, and then whenever you slow down, it kind of forms back into that cylindrical shape, or more of a semicircle. But yeah, and you can repack the chutes now from the inside of the craft, so that's very helpful. You don't have to get your Kerbal out, or an engineer Kerbal specifically, like in the first game, to pack the parachute, which just makes it a lot like more helpful, because like if you do a Mars mission and you use parachutes to like aid your descent, because Mars has an atmosphere obviously, or Duna in the game, you know, you can repack the chutes. I don't know if it like helps with aerodynamics, but it looks a lot better. Oh, you see Bill Kerman hitting the gritty. Ooh. I'm so done. But yeah, we're planting a flag. This is our first little milestone here, and yeah, that'll kind of be it for the video. And also, if you pay attention to like when he was walking, all the sounds that like the sand makes, it's very neat. But I'm watching the video back in my editor while talking into a voice recorder right now. But I've ran out of footage, obviously, so you probably see in the video I've cut to some random image or something. But yeah, I'll just be talking for a little bit right now, just to end the video. But you know, do the, you know, whole like and subscribe, follow my YouTube channel, comment, like, and actually, speaking of which, I'm joking about, well, yes, please subscribe and like, which is perfectly fine. You don't have to, but please comment, because I need video ideas. That's also one of the main issues. I don't have motivation because I don't have anything I need to do. Like, I do YouTube for people, not for myself, so it's a little hard whenever nobody comments and I'm like, well, what do they want me to do? And no one really replies when I say that in my videos. So like, if you guys have watched to the end, which is right now, and hear this, comment a little video idea, like a little challenge, like, oh, launch a airplane into orbit or something like that, or just, you know, come up with something for me, please. I'll be very happy to fulfill that request, and I'll probably pin that comment and say, righto, I'll get right to it. But thanks for watching, guys. See you another time.